Now, the US and Britain, indeed many countries, are digging in for what promises to be a long haul and extended disruptions. Donald Trump, for example, has now extended social distancing guidance to April the 30th, and it's affecting business. An EY survey, 3 out of 4 executives believe the pandemic will have severe impact on global economy. Well, that's not I only wonder what the other quarter believe it's going to happen. But 52% of businesses are reconfiguring operations. Steve Krouskos is the global vice chair at EY. He joins me now. Steve, this aspect of reconfiguring business operations, what are they doing? What is business doing?
Well, think about it, Richard, in 3 stages. I think businesses are looking at what they have to do now, what comes next, and what their steps are beyond, say, beyond the crisis. And in terms of looking at what you have to do now, right, there's certainly getting your hands around liquidity, but also taking a very hard look at where your supply chain exposures are, where your workforce management challenges are. You know, are you able to work remotely as a company or not? And then what's your speed of automation? How equipped is your IT infrastructure to deal with the work from home and the unusual challenges that we're facing with this crisis? So those are some of the near-term issues.
But Steve, isn't that a bit late? I mean, we're in the crisis now. So I guess it's a question of, it's a bit late to put in an entire IT structure since everybody else is working from home. If you haven't prepared, it's too late.
Well, then that's why, again, think about sort of what to do now. Now, right, is to get your hands around liquidity, get your hands around whatever you need to do to impact or change your supply chain in the short term. What can you do to triage your IT situation today, right? But then to start planning for what comes next, because when this all, when this starts to subside, whether it's sometime in May or sometime in June, then you're left with challenges of what your long-term answer and reconfiguration is for all those elements of your business.
In terms of what you are discovering and what you are now learning about, I mean, the vast size of EY and running that remotely, what's the biggest challenge you're finding on that front?
Well, it's been really fascinating because we've had, as of last week, we had over 300,000 people working remotely with all of our offices shut around the world. And frankly, it's going very, very well because of the investments we've made in IT infrastructure, the ability of our people to connect virtually. Would you prefer to be face-to-face at times? And there are some things that might be easier across the table, so to speak. But actually, the business is up and running very well and meeting the demands of our clients. So the question, then becomes is, how do you most effectively support those clients? And that's what we're working through. Some of them have more urgent issues to deal with as part of the crisis. Some of them thinking, just around what's next and next stage of evolution on certain transformation efforts.